favorable ruling, and if you look at history on almost all of the cases when dealing with money in the central bank, we have not fared well. In the one particular time that it was ruled favorably for us, and then it was reversed. So I don't expect she or any of the other ones, for that matter, to rule in favor of sound money and against the Federal Reserve.
Congressman Paul, thanks for joining us. Tom Woods, thanks for joining us. And if you are watching us, you can turn on your TVs at Fox News Channel, because my colleague Trace Gallagher is here, and his camera crew from Live Desk is here. He's not being frisked, he's being wired. And in a couple of minutes, we will be live. Congressman Paul, my good friend Tom Woods, thanks for joining us. Wayne Allen Root joins us now, who's Mr. Libertarian. You got to get the title of this book, Trace. The Conscience of a Libertarian, Empowering the Citizen Revolution with God, Guns, Gambling, and Tax Cuts.
And I think the big subject here today, Judge, is about Sonia Sotomayor.
It is.
I've got you fine. They're doing a sound check, by the way, on me for the Live Desk, because we're on live in about a minute or so. Wayne, great to meet you as well. And the question we're going to have for you, and I don't want to go over this again to replicate, Judge, but what issues Sonia Sotomayor will face in the confirmation hearings?
Well, I mean, she's going to face a couple of issues, like is a Latina female superior to a white male, because she said that. I mean, that's not normally something you'd even want to raise at a hearing, especially when the subject and the object of the hearing is a person of color. Do the courts establish policy, or does the Congress establish policy? And why did you rule in New Haven, Connecticut, in just one paragraph in a case that so profoundly affected so many good people?
Yeah, and that is the question. And Martha right now is just talking to me. Wayne, go ahead and jump in here right now. She's just talking another couple of issues. If you're watching the Live Desk and watching Strategy Room simultaneously, she's doing some house cleaning down there. They're going to come up to us here. You're talking about Ricci versus De Stefano in the New Haven case, where, yeah, Martha, we're just talking now about Sonia Sotomayor and the issues she will face come confirmation. Wayne Root is here with us, as well as Judge Andrew Napolitano. And the issue, the question we were just talking about, Judge, when it comes to her statement, where she says, hey, I would hope that a Latina woman would make a better decision than a white male. The question is, do judges have the right to use their life experiences or somebody else's life experiences to level the playing field, as was the case in the New Haven, the firefighters
case? Well, I like to think, as long as you and I have known each other, that you know that I'm human, and judges are human. And so there is the natural temptation to want to use your life experience to affect the outcome. But you must resist that temptation. If you, as a judge, find yourself drawn to one side or another because you share something in common with that side, whether it's race, gender, ethnicity, nationality, or personal belief, what are you supposed to do? Get off the case. If you can, however, divorce those common characteristics and rule just on the Constitution, in her case, and just on the facts in the case, then you can go ahead and rule. But she may be given a couple of points for her honesty, because she's basically said, if it's a woman or a minority, I am likely to rule in their favor.
And in this New Haven case, just so we're clear on this, what they did in New Haven was they said that this test, which was given to firefighters to elevate them to the captains and lieutenant roles, they threw the test out because it didn't come out the way they wanted to. There were no minority applications that succeeded in getting this, so Judge Sotomayor summarily dismissed this without giving a lot of analysis.
This is so vintage Barack Obama. He was my college classmate, by the way, class of '83, Columbia University. And Obama's whole life is about weapons of mass distraction. The beautiful wife, the nice kids, the giving March Madness picks, the town hall meetings, the appearances on The Tonight Show. And that's the same thing with Sotomayor. I can't get the name right, but
Sotomayor.
Mayor. You know, she sounded great. Her story's wonderful. I wanted to cry when I heard her story. But guess what? That's not why you're a Supreme Court justice. Right. It's about what you believe in. It's about the fact that you believe in the Constitution, and you're not going to interpret the Constitution, but you're going to actually make sure it's followed.
But the flip
side,
and her
problem is, it's a story. It's a nice story. That's Obama.
The flip side of this is every president in modern times wants to appoint somebody who agrees with them. George Bush said we'd get a conservative, and we did, and my buddy Sam Alito and John Roberts. Barack Obama said, I'm going to appoint somebody who basically agrees with me, and that's what we're getting in Sonia Mayor. He won the election. He gets to do it. Do I like the way I think she's going to vote? No. But he has the appointing power, and she'll be confirmed.
I got about 45 seconds. The Second Amendment came up as well. One of the cases that she has weighed in on about what weapons New Yorkers can have.
Here's where she's wrong on the law, in my opinion. The Supreme Court in the Heller case said the right to keep and bear arms is protected by the Constitution as a natural right. It's the modern-day right to self-defense. Natural right means no government can interfere with it, federal, state, or local. She says only the feds can't interfere with it, but the states can. If the state can invalidate that right, what's the sense of having the right? It's of no value.
15 seconds, Wayne.
I just think we have a major problem. We have a person that's been appointed to the Supreme Court who is a radical leftist, just like Barack Obama, and going to institute Barack Obama's views that I think are basically reverse racism. And that is the problem. Yet, that's what you've got here.
Yet she stands to be confirmed, and Republicans have said, look, if her record bears this out, if there are no major discrepancies, no major problems in her past, it looks like she's going to
Isn't saying that a Hispanic woman can make a better decision than a white male a major discrepancy in this country?
Well, we'll find out when they put that question to her.
We will find out. We got to go. It's a heated debate up here in the strategy room.
I love when you come up here,
Wednesday.
Trace.
We love coming up here. Judge, thank you. Wayne Ruth, thank you. Martha, back to you.
Thank you, Trace. That was a pleasure. Wayne Allen Root stays with us. My good buddy Trace Gallagher giving us so much attention downstairs with the Fox News Channel. Thanks so much, Trace. Peter, sit down with us here. You can sit right here, Peter.
Does the 14th Amendment make the Bill of Rights apply to the states?
That's a very good question. If you clip that on so everybody can hear us, the 14th Amendment has been used by the federal courts to apply selectively the Bill of Rights to the states. So, for example, the First Amendment has certainly been applied to the states. The guarantee of free speech and freedom of religion and the expressional freedoms. The Fifth Amendment has been applied to the states, but certain amendments like low bail, which I think is the Eighth Amendment, has not been applied to the states. All right, who's joining us now? Mancow Muller, my good buddy, one of the great radio personalities of all time, joins us now. Mancow, welcome to Freedom Watch.
How are you, Judge?
What happened to you in your studio?
We're kicking off form of ass here.
Say again?
We're kicking off form of ass. We're doing great.
All right. I want everybody to watch what happened to you in your studio voluntarily when you decided to be waterboarded. Take a look.
We're going to do it on 5, okay? Okay. 1, 2, I lied. Ooh, water going. All right, that's it. That's it. All right. Oh God.
Mancow is soaked.
Oh.
Mancow is soaked. We all got a little water on him. How you doing, buddy? All right.
Oh.
You're soaked, man. How do you feel? You want the EMT?
No.
The EMT's here.
No, it's okay. It is.
Catch your breath.
I'm fine. It is way worse than I thought it would be. And it is way worse than I thought it would be. And that's no joke.
Would you consider that torture?
Look, all that's been done to this country, and I heard about water being dropped on someone's face, and I never considered it torture. Even when I was laying there, I thought, this is going to be no big deal. I go swimming. It's going to be like being in the tub. It is such an odd feeling to have water poured down your nose and your mouth with your head back. It was instantaneous. I thought I could hold out 30 seconds, 60 seconds. It was instantaneous, and I don't want to say this. I do not want to say this. Absolutely torture.
You do?
Absolutely. I mean, that's drowning.
Did you think that waterboarding was torture before you underwent this examination, this test in your studios, Mancow?
No, sir, I didn't. And look, part 2 of it is I don't care, and that's what's being lost here. It's been bogarted by the left. I don't care. Look, would I do this to somebody if it meant saving my kid's life? You bet I would.
Well, listen. Before you get there,
yeah.
Not because I don't want to fight with you, but I profoundly disagree and think that you should care about what the government can do to people. Why do you now say, contrary to a lot of mutual friends that you and I have, that this is torture? What was the feeling to you? What was the pain? What was the sensation visited upon you in just about 10 seconds of time?
Well, listen, Sean Hannity said it's not torture, and Sean's a dear friend. I love Sean. Sean, it is torture. the definition of torture is anything that causes mental or physical harm. This caused both. I drowned as a child and I was revived, Judge. I was brought back to life. And I want to tell you, this is worse. It shuts off the oxygen to your brain. This is why the military does it. It's instantaneous and it's horrific. I thought I could hold my breath and forget all that. It's